about Miranda. I mean, again, she's not a superhero, right? But she was concerned about...
Where's Miranda? Oh, we're going back up to number 8? Okay, I'm sorry.
We can cut that out. Don't worry about it. No biggie.
All right, number 6.
And then number 6, the one I kind of liked, again, Peggy Carter will be my number 1. And then my number 3...
Peggy Carter, 2014? 15?
What, you're talking about the movie version?
Yeah.
Talking about Peggy Carter, the original comic book and the movie. Because they kind of loyal to. But number 3 on my list, but number 6 over there is Black Widow. They actually made an animated movie where, unfortunately, Captain America and Black Widow died, but they have an offspring from that who doesn't have Captain America's powers, but leadership skills, and then mom's kick-ass moves is incorporated in them. So I really like the Black Widow thing.
I like that.
That's pretty good. That's
really good.
All right, and then next is...
Number 5.
Number 5, Rogue, one of my favorites, and Carl Danvers. Now, if you wonder like why Carl Danvers, Captain Marvel is... because Rogue stole all her powers. So the question is, if they got busy, Rogue pretty much, with a touch of, while having intercourse, I mean, I think, didn't you say like there was someone you grew up with that all the guys used to say her vagina could have crushed someone's penis?
Yeah, that was Rogue.
Yeah, that was Rogue. That was definitely Rogue, right?
So pretty much when she makes out with Captain America, he would wither away. She would absorb all his powers. Like in that picture right there I'm looking at. Exactly. So I don't know. That was just so I don't think this is he having actual sex. This is just him getting intimate. Number 4, I'll let you talk a little bit more. Zola.
Yeah.
Who's Jet Zola? I have no idea who this is.
Tell us, Fonseca.
They say the protege, Sam Wilson, was no slouch either. In fact, Foul Cap has a sexual reputation even more contagious than Rogers. A few years back, Captain America 22, the writer courted controversy when he got a drunken one-night stand between Sam Wilson and Jet Zola, daughter of the infamous Hulk Pants impersonator Armin Zola. Do you know this? Have you followed this story at all?
No, and it sounds boring. That's why you even lost me halfway
This is Time and Dimension Z, where time works differently, and she had alluded earlier in the issue to her 23rd birthday, making her at least 23. All right, so obviously it's the Falcon who took over for Captain America. So they're counting the Falcon taking over Captain America.
Yeah.
Who's this? Oh, Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter. So she is number 2 on my list. But think about it.
So he slept with both of them.
Yeah. So if you guys don't remember, in Civil War, it revealed that Sharon Carter had a thing for Captain America. Mm-hmm. There was some sparks flying that actually Black Widow definitely encouraged. And then it was revealed in... Civil War. No, and that was revealed in Civil War. Like they kiss each other.
Even the Winter Soldier, Bucky was looking at him.
Oh my God, I love that part with Falcon and Bucky. They're just looking like
damn.
No, they were nodding their head like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bucky was happy for him. You know what's funny with the Sharon Carter? We have snippets from the actual comic book. Is he awake or is he sleeping? He looks like he's got a headache.
He looked like, I'm so disappointed. It's not like Peggy.
She's laying on him.
That's the image.
It looks like they had sex and they're laying in bed. And Captain America looks very like, why did I do this for?
I think to be honest,
she is not well trained. I need to go back to 1945 and get some of that.
No, I think he really needs Peggy. Poor guy.
She's dead.
Whatever. So, I hear you. So Diamondback is number 2 on the list, who's AKA Rachel Layton. She was
part of the Serpent Society, correct?
Right. So occasional bad girl, gone good, kind of sounds like Catwoman from the DC world. So she once even threatened to crash her airplane unless Cap agreed to bump uglies with her. She later admitted that she was genuinely in love with him.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. So much. But now...
I love his outfit they're wearing, the comic book from this.
I would have to say
1984. 84, 83.
I would say 82.
He's got the baggy pants, the thin
Do you
tie,
see where his privates are? Like how pudgy down there it is? It's like, okay, we know he's Captain America.
Secret serum.
Well endowed in everything.
That secret serum will make things bigger than where they need to be.
But number 1, Jane Foster Thor. But hold on. Get your head out of the movies. And if you haven't read the recent comics, Thor is a woman now, and Captain America is Falcon now, and they're getting their groove on. So, to answer your question,
so it's really Jane Foster who's Thor, with
who is now with Captain America, who's currently Falcon is taking his place. Because last time when we spoke on our podcast, Captain America is with Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra. It's just to sell comics. That's all they're trying to do.
Sell comics. Sell comics. So that's the list.
Speaking of Captain America, it looks like when the Infinite War, when they came out, he is not wearing his Captain America costume. He's completely black, and he has a beard. So he's going back to an old character they used back in the 89, 90. It was called No Man. He represents no country. He's so pissed at the country from what happened in the Civil War when he wanted to quit. He goes, nah, he doesn't want to be part of America.
Here is somebody who fought the good war. And considering with everything that's been happening, a lot of people said, my father didn't fight the good war to be in this country for all these other types of folks. And Captain America is just seeing, unfortunately, what politics and power and greed does. And that is not Captain America.
Yeah, that's not Captain America, is it? Okay, breaking news. Can I get the special breaking news thing?
Please.
All right, I sent this to Anna Maria not too long ago. Gremlins writer Chris Columbus tells Slash Film that he has written another Gremlins movie where Gizmo may be killed off.
No.
Well, that comes up in the movie, certainly. I think it probably is a good idea, to be honest with you. Too many people are dying, and I'm really proud of the script. It is twisted and dark as anything, so we'll see. Wow, Gremlins movie, dark and twisted. Wow. What else did he say? I wanted to go back to the really twisted sensibility of the first movie, not the stupidity and the waste of film production of the second movie.
Oh, the second one.
I added
What did that reminded me of? What was another sequel that the second one was? Like, Cars 2. Exactly so the same thing.
So bad. It is on the list of one of the worst movies ever made, Gremlins 2. It's like they wanted to make something, and they're like, hey, people are going to show up, let's just put it in there. The worst part was having Hulk Hogan in the middle of the movie. Stupid. He also said, I found this was a very easy place for me to fall back into and start writing again, so hopefully we'll see the movie soon.
Yeah, I was thinking about Chris Columbus for a while because, I think all his kids are all grown up. I know he has some money.
We saw him at the movie theater. Remember we saw him at the theater? He was upstairs.
Oh, yeah, because he lives in the Bay Area, right?
He was doing the Q&A for Gremlins 2.
Does he still live in the Bay Area? I think so, right?
Yeah, he's in the Bay Area. Yeah, he's in there. He did a QA about it. He has a tendency of this director. Now, remember, the first director was Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg. Was that it?
Yes.
So the first one was like kind of that Back to the Future kind of feel. Then they used Chris Columbus, who's known for doing Inner Space. And he always uses the same freaking actors. The same guys all the time.
If you like people to work with, tell me how many actors in the industry do that now? Seth Rogen, who is the director for Iron Man 1 and 2? Help me out. Oh, he plays Happy.
Oh, Favreau.
Yeah, right? Yeah. There's a lot of folks that do that, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to be away from home, off the set, why don't you get your second family, which would be your friends, with you?
That's true. You always want to keep your friends closer and your enemies even closer. That's why on AMV's here. Hey, talking about some Star Wars news, The Last Jedi, the new Snok and Kylo Ren art are out. Guess how I got this art? This art
Who loves you now, Fonseca?
This art is not at all like real art. It's from the toys. So, as we found online, I got some good news. For the longest time, everybody's thinking Snoke, Supreme, was like 6 feet tall, like 6 inches tall. He could be really small,
but
he could be as big as Yoda.
Keep going.
He's actually 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
he's 7 feet tall, and towering, and they even have pictures. So they have a toy, and they show him, and they explain 7 foot tall Supreme Chancellor or whatever he's called now, Snoke. And his stormtroopers are below him, guarding him. So
he just has to step on people. That's all he has to do.
I don't know where the direction is going, but you guys, they are doing so well of confusing everyone. Like, the storyline's going to be this. The storyline's going to be this. The storylines.
Well, it's important to do that because look what happened to Games of Thrones with all those hackings going out and being threatened. So, yeah, you gotta do what we gotta do for those hackers.
Okay, you ready for some hate mail?
Hate.
I'm gonna ask AMV this.
Hate.
How many episodes of Game of Thrones have you seen?
0, because I don't have HBO.
And we can download it. I've never seen an episode either. Every time at work, like I sit at work or I'll do something, they're like, "Did you see last night?" And they look at me and they're like, "Fonseca, how in the world, as anyone I know, you would probably be the first one. I thought you would own the chair." And I'm like, "What chair?" And they're like, "What?" And there's a big wicked chair, I guess.
Okay. But you know how I love watching. I don't even watch Games of Thrones, but you know how I get my Games of Thrones? I mean, there's those articles. Like, there's a big thing about big heroes being killed, and a lot of you guys can see this at Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
But I love watching the reaction of Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live with Seth Meyers watching the Game of Thrones on the set. That is just amazing. So, Leslie Jones, I know you're not listening to us, but hilarious. Hilarious.
All right, next thing in the news, we've all, we know positively Han Solo movie, his solo film was being done. We know Boba Fett is coming out. Now the Obi Won movie is definitely happening, and here's who could direct. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
His name is Stephen Daldry, and he's going to be the director of it. He's done a few other movies. Here's the cool thing is they also talked about that possibility, and it's probably going to Ewan McGregor. Did I say it right? Ewan McGregor is going to play, because they said he is the time perfect time in his age and enough wrinkles to play in between there. They said that. But you know what, Ewan?
Stop smoking.
He smokes so much. He does these crazy.
I'm going to a funeral this Wednesday because someone was
He does these reality shows because he loves riding his motorcycles, and you see him in the reality shows, and he's always smoking cigarettes.
I mean, God, love yourself. Stop smoking.
All right, Stefan's known for directing Billy Elliot, The Owlers, The Reader. What else? The Crown. Netflix is The Crown. So the movie probably be scheduled for 2020, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. So even then, if he smokes more cigarettes, he can fit the part even more. So
because he hasn't been in the movie theaters for a while. I mean, maybe just taking a break. I mean, he enjoys life.
He did a lot of good stuff.
He did a lot of back-to-back, both with Star Wars and I don't blame him taking a break. But before that,
his independent movies,
those independent were really good. Good actor. Good actor, and he appears to be a great person. We'll know more if you want to interview with us. But since you mentioned Netflix, we got to mention Defenders.
I was going to get to that next. It was
go.
Right here.
Oh my God, great minds think alike.
After years of binge watching is what I'm going to say. Of all binge watching. And it is years. Do you know that, right? Can you believe that? It's been like 2 or 3 years. From the first Daredevil.
Yeah, my first binge watching, Jennifer Gardner, what's TV series? This is before Netflix became big. This is when they were just CDs.
I don't even know. I didn't even know she was on
what?
ER?
What?
Was she in High School Musical?
She was an action figure.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm going to show her. Except, remember, this is before her even our Elektra days.
So, real fast, Defenders did come out, and today, I'll tell you what day it is. Today is Sunday. We have not binge watched it yet.
Alias, thank you. Alias.
Never watched Alias.
That was my first binge watching. What was your first show to binge watch?
Oh, shoot. Twilight Zone, like when they did the marathons.
Oh, the marathons.
Yeah, on Sci-Fi.
That's like ongoing with you.
I just keep. I can watch Twilight Zone episode over and over again.
And he's not exaggerating. But let's get back to the Defenders.
So it was released in its entirety this Friday, which was August 18th. I'm trying to do days. We haven't watched it yet. We haven't watched it at all. There's 8 episodes in total, so it's not going to be like the other ones. I won't look like a heroin or drug addict after watching all these. Because
Why are you describing me now?
No, that's me. Because when we were doing the Daredevil, I got done. I mean, my eyes were red and bloodshot, and I was like, "What the fudge, dude? This is I want to see the next one." But then we did the Iron Fist. I was like, well, it'll get better.
It will get better. But, there's still a lot of outcry of the casting of Iron Fist. So it's even on Instagram and stuff like that.
I know, but the...
And the actor wasn't... Listen, if the actor was just so amazing, then no disrespect. I mean, I think he did give it his all. And then the physical activities he did was good. But he wasn't just... It didn't go through the screen, the emotional attachment and the heartache and stuff like that.
So Marco Ramirez, who's that guy from the Defenders? Do you know their names or no?
Yeah, Marco Ramirez. Yeah, what about
Which one is he?
Oh, Marco Ramirez.
If you don't know, honestly, I don't know.